Well, Shogo, if the commonly held beliefs are all false, then what is the purpose of the He grooves after all? In order to find an answer, we need to take a look at the swords outside of Japan. Minasan konnichiwa, and welcome to Let's Ask Shogo. I've made a lot of videos about katana, but I realized I've hardly talked about the part called Hi. Hi is the groove on the surface of the katana. I originally intended on making a YouTube Shorts, but as I was restudying about it, I found several opinions that are different from what I originally thought the purpose was. I thought I must make a full video to share opinions with you. So today I will first introduce the general reasons that are believed in the Heat groove. Then next I will explain the surprising opinions that go against the common ideas. Finally, I will explain the most convincing reason for the existence of the groove for me. By watching this video, you will surely be able to deepen your understanding towards katana. In the latter half of the video, by the way, I will be introducing an opinion that compares foreign swords with katana. However, I do not have any knowledge or experience in the field, so please share your opinions in the comments. In this channel, you take a closer look at Japanese traditional culture, tips on traveling to Kyoto, and social problems in Japan. So learners and lovers of Japanese language and culture, be sure to subscribe to enjoy our content. それでは本日も火の謎を解明してまいりましょう。Then first, I will introduce the commonly known purposes of heat. 1. To reduce the weight of the blade. 2. To make it easier to remove blood. 3. To make it easier to produce swinging noises. 4. To make the appearance better. The first reason is to make the blade lighter. I believe more than half of the people will probably answer this as the purpose of heat. By reducing the groove worth of steel, the weight of the blade can be reduced by about 10%. Simply making the blade thinner will weaken it. But by making it similar to an H-shaped steel frame, it can also maintain its strength. The second reason is to make it easier to remove the blood on the blade. He has a different name called shinagashi, which means blood drain. Japanese swords are extremely vulnerable to rust, so the blood of the enemy on the blade must be removed as soon as possible. Digging a groove into the blade has the effect of letting the blood drain through the gutter. Third reason is to make it easier to produce the swinging sound. You might have an image that katana makes sounds when they're swung, but with the heat, it makes it easier to make the sound. By the way, there are some people who say that without heat, katana will not make any swinging sounds, but that is incorrect. It's just more difficult to make because it requires speed and more precise angles. It is said that samurai in the past deliberately used katana that makes bigger swinging sounds to intimidate their enemies. The final reason is to simply make the appearance of the katana better. Swords with hi appear more slim than those without it. Many katana enthusiasts recommend Japanese swords with a hi for display purposes, as the curves that flow along the blade bring out the beauty of the sword. It is also said that in some cases, the hi is created to hide the scratches on the surface of the sword during the process of making or using the sword. Then next, let's take a look at the opinions that go against the popular beliefs I just introduced. 1. Makes the blade seem heavier when swung. 2. Durability remains a concern. 3. Enemy's blood will flow to your hands. 4. The swinging noise will attract your enemies. Creating the heat certainly makes the weight of the blade itself lighter. However, it will feel heavier when swung because the katana has higher air resistance. It is similar to when you attach a towel to an end of a stick and swing it. It will feel heavier when you swing it than when you are holding it. In other words, it may be a little easier to carry, but when the time comes to actually fight, the katana will feel heavier. Isn't this a major disadvantage for a weapon intended for fighting? Even if the total weight is increased, the perceived weight can be adjusted by the weight balance of the blade, the weight of the tsuba, and the length of the stem. Therefore, it doesn't make much sense to go through the trouble of making the air resistance higher. In fact, it is rare that high-ranked Iaido teachers use katana with a hi. Next, there seems to be some studies that show that katana with hi aren't that weaker to katana without them. However, as a matter of fact, it is not recommended to use a katana with a hi for tameshigiri mat cutting training. All of the katana I was recommended by sword shops had no hi. If no one is really worried about the durability of the katana with the hi, why don't more people use such katana, even though they're just cutting something as soft as goza mats? By the way, if a katana with a hi is bent, it has a weakness that it's more difficult to fix it compared to katana that don't. Thirdly, there's also a question about its function as a blood drainer. In a real battle, after cutting an enemy and the blood running along the hi, wouldn't the blood come towards your hands? If you have the blade facing downwards, it wouldn't be a problem. But that is only when you have absolutely defeated the enemy. In the meantime, the blood will have flowed to your hands, leading to rust on the tsuba handguards and stains on the tsuka threads. In the first place, blood pooling deep in the heat grooves can lead to rust, which can be taken as a disadvantage. In fact, to protect the heat from rusting, some spears are coated with lacquer to waterproof the grooves. Finally, in response to the opinion that the swinging sound is a threat to the enemy, the sound will tell your enemy about your movements and where you are. Therefore, it is said that the swords with the groove were not used in battle that took place at night because people disliked the sound created by the heat. Watching this video so far, I'm pretty sure you're thinking, well, Shogo, if the commonly held beliefs are all false, then what is the purpose of the heat grooves after all? In order to find an answer, we need to take a look at the swords outside of Japan. If you are a sword otaku, you will know that heat grooves are not unique to katana. Daggers and spears are also carved with gutters, similar to Japanese swords. It is unlikely that these were carved to reduce weight or to facilitate swinging noise. Then, what are they for? The answer is to make it easier to pull out the blade you've stabbed. I practice a lot of kata movements in Iaido with stabbing motions. And in Kenjutsu training too, you will notice that stabbing is the fastest and most efficient attack. However, a stabbed katana is not easy to pull out. Therefore, in Iaido, we are taught that we must use our whole body to pull the blade out. The function of the heat groove is the same principle as letting air in to peel off a suction cup that is firmly attached to the wall. However, again, this is just an opinion I found through my studying. If there's anything else you'd like to add, please let me know your opinions in the comments. Then lastly, today's conclusion. The most commonly believed purposes of the heat grooves are 1. To reduce the weight of the blade. 2. To make it easier to remove blood. 3. To make it easier to produce swinging noises. 4. To make the appearance better. However, these are the opinions that go against the general ideas. 1. Makes the blade seem heavier when swung. 2. Durability remains a concern. 3. Enemy's blood will flow to your hand. 4. The swinging noise will attract your enemies. The real purpose of the heat groove is to make it easier to pull out the blade you've stabbed. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If this video helped you to deepen your understanding towards katana, please hit the like button to help me boost this video to more people. And our goal is to achieve 2 million subscribers by January 2023, so your help would mean a lot. And please check out our sub-channel and membership through the link inside the description box. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. 皆さんどうもありがとうございました。So there were actually two things I was thinking while I was filming this, taking a look at my scripts and filming this. There were two things I thought. Number one, about the thing that I said that if you, after cutting an enemy, the enemy's blood will be on the blade and the blood will run, along the heat groove and it'll come to your hands. Now, that is true. Like if you were under the actual situation of fighting with an enemy, you might be, what should I say, very scared. Even after you defeat it, you might be really scared to have the sword up. But basically there are a lot of kamae, set positions with the katana, where you have the katana parallel with the ground, Or there are, of course, what should I say, katana stances where you have the tip downwards. So if you could do that calmly in an actual fight, I mean, you could basically avoid the blood flowing towards your hands. But to be honest, as a Iaido trainee, as a Kenjutsu trainee, in a real fight with a katana, I believe it would be impossible to stay that calm to keep the blade parallel to the ground or have it pointed downwards. So I just thought I should explain that, yeah, because it is possible. I mean, if you just keep the blade flat and there is a proper stance like that, you could avoid it. But in a real fight, from my imagination, I think it will be a little bit difficult, yeah. So still, I think the heat groove could be a disadvantage in that way. And second, also I said about in, for example, Kenjutsu training, stabbing is the most efficient, efficient attack, fastest and efficient attack. But I think I would probably say it's, of course, in Kenjutsu too, but if it's more like the Fukuroshinai sparring, it's like the soft swords that you do for like sparring training. In sparring training, you will immediately realize that like we do in kata training, swinging the sword up and swinging it down is really, really weak. Really, really weak because there's just so much lag time that your enemy will attack you, right? So to be able to, if you have a person with a sword in front of you that could attack you, this is just the fastest way to attack, And of course, there are Kenjutsu skills to avoid someone stabbing you, so you will get attacked back if the person is more trained than you. But in a real fight with a sword, stabbing is just the fastest way, and it's probably the way that you would choose if you didn't know any other ways to fight. Yeah. So I think stabbing was definitely one of the first things that would come to your mind in an actual fight, and I believe that was it's probably the main reason why the heat groove was really important on the katana.